Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Amy, for reading that verse. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I know we got to catch up briefly at the start of the service as everyone was connecting in. It was good to hear from everyone and see everyone. And as you're probably aware, I sent out little packages of I'm throwing mine around, of Play-Doh to try to get to everyone, but it just, because of circumstances, I apologize if you didn't receive any or if we weren't able to get anything to you in time. I just do want to thank the ministry team like Sam and Greg and David and Mary for delivering, for helping me deliver, go around and deliver it to our some packages to our church family. So thanks guys for that. So feel free, if you haven't already, take some time to open your packages. You can pull out the Play-Doh and you can open it and start engaging in your inner child. Yeah, you can do that now. For those that find it a bit tricky to peel the lid of the Play-Doh, it's better to peel the lid off rather than try and take it off. It's kind of once you get started, you can peel it back a little bit more. But I am sure that many of you are familiar with this product. You probably made it yourself, and generally I make it myself. It's just when you're trying to get 50 odd packages out to people, it's like, maybe I'm not going to make all that up and then try and batch it up, especially right now. I decided to, I bought the packages and sent them all out, so you get a little tub. So we're going to take a few moments to play with Play-Doh. I'm going to give you a few minutes to create something, anything, whatever your heart's desire out of that Play-Doh. Feel free, if there's a couple or a family, to share some of your colors with each other. For those that only have one, just be creative with one color. We're not looking for realism. We're not looking for great artistic feats. Just take the next few minutes to create and play. While we're doing that, for those that weren't lucky enough to get Play-Doh, we're going to actually just I'm going to show a quick music video, like a kids worship video. So feel free to enjoy that while others are playing with Play-Doh and sing along. So I'm going to get David to play that, but otherwise, everyone else, start creating. You keep creating. Just hope for those you took the time to enjoy that song. That's one of the songs I love to play with kids. Yes, nice, Greg. I can see it there. So for those that have been creating, feel free. I'm gonna we can unmute ourselves and maybe if we can get into gallery view again. I would love to see what your creations. I'll start by showing mine. Now I put mine on a piece of paper, otherwise I'm going to drop it. Now I've got to find myself on this actually. Yeah, what happens when I change my screen? I don't know if I'm showing there. So I've got my little flower that I made. I cheated. I had two colors sitting next to me, so I used my two colors to make a pretty flower. So Ron, can you show us what you make? Feel free to unmute yourselves, Ron and Marion.
I don't know what it is. I figure it's out of Star Wars.
Okay. That's the good thing with Play-Doh. You can make whatever you want. What do you got, Marion?
A dolphin.
A dolphin. Nice.
From there, turn it around the other way, love.
Oops.
Oh, that looks
It's
better
the
the other way.
Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. Who else would like to share? I can see Joe and Pam. So I can see Joe and Pam. So I got Mary DeBono. Do you want to unmute yourself and you can?
Okay.
I made two things. First of all, I couldn't help. I made snail because it's kind of like the. Oh,
Yeah, go.
Yeah, you're right. You're unmuted.
is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
You know.
Am I on?
Yep,
Yes,
you are.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
supposed to be a little
So I
flower.
made a little snail,
That's lovely.
and then because for me it represents the go slow that we have to be reminded of continuously. And the other thing is this is supposed to be a bowl, right? So it's not very good, but it's a little bowl, and it's got all these little kind of pockets where you can see through, and it reminds me of Leonard Cohen's, I can't think of, how the light gets in through the cracks. I can't think of the actual title, but it's kind of like sometimes if you look hard enough, you'll see the light coming through, and it represents hope for me. So thank you.
Lovely.
I'm sorry, but I can't kind of like
Yeah.
anyway.
Interesting when you look at the cameras. So yeah, Joe, what do you do?
Put it a bit closer.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Great.
Nice. Do you want to say anything about it, or you just want to just?
Oh, yeah, it's just a little flower in a blue vase.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. Who else would like to show their creations? Like I said, you'll get you.
Danielle,
I made a little dog
Oh, cool.
and some food
Oh,
for the dog.
Yeah.
Just because I'm obsessed with dogs.
I see Josh and Liam there.
Yeah, hi Alethea.
Hi, Josh. Hi, Liam.
Hi.
What have you made there, Joshy? A rainbow. Cool.
Oh, that's lovely,
Well,
Joe.
look at that.
It looks very good.
That is so cool. I love the rainbow. I can see Leah holding something up.
What have you made, Liam? What did you make?
Sorry, it's James's. He made a frog.
You can't see
Oh,
it.
okay.
Oh, that's a
You made a
good
cat.
Oh,
A cat and a frog.
Cat and a frog.
Oh,
You're gonna have a farm there
He
soon.
made a bowl.
very artistic.
And then
I
what
guess you did making a snake, so
Oh,
wow,
that's very good.
we've got a sculptor there. Okay. Let's see.
Carolyn.
Is the
William.
green monster
Yeah,
used to
it's
be
very
dancing to your tune before the video.
Okay.
Okay.
Starting to get a bit longer.
Yep.
Very cool.
And Kathy, did you have something?
I'm on mute. I didn't realise. It's a UFO.
UFO. Oh.
I thought it might have been a mushroom for a moment there.
I can hold that with me. We're watching War in the World, so it's a
Okay.
I can see Liam's.
Yeah, say really badly. What is it?
A turtle.
Turtles.
Oh, that's a good looking turtle.
Turtles are one of my favourite animals. Cool. Oh no, you gotta eat
mustard.
it.
Colonel mustard.
I like it. I mean, safe to say you're all very creative. Feel free to continue to play. There's one reason why you want to play with during the message.
All right. I might just mute everyone again, Alethea. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just make sure you get unmuted again.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
I'm all right.
Yep.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah. So who knows? We may have masterpieces by the end of this, depending how long I talk, right? So yeah. Let me think what I'm doing. Okay. So we are creative people. We are created to be creators. That's why we create art, we create buildings, we do lots of things. And that's why as children, we have lots of fun, even as adults have lots of fun creating with Play-Doh, because it's so much fun, it's stretchy, all that kind of stuff. So throughout the Bible, there is a common motif, that theme that comes through in various books, and that is God is placed in the role of the potter, and we are considered the clay. It was a word that God gave the prophet Jeremiah for the people of Israel. In Jeremiah 18, 1-6 says, "This is the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Go down to the potter's house, and there I will give you my message." So I went down to the potter's house, and I saw him working at the wheel. But the pot he was shaping from the clay was marred in his hand. So the potter formed it into another pot, shaping it as it seemed best to him. Then the word of the Lord came to me. "Can I not do with you, Israel, as this potter does, declares the Lord? Like clay in the hands of the potter, so you are in my hand, Israel." So that's the verse in the Bible that today's message is based on. But I want to show you a quick video that actually demonstrates this event. So just a quick note, this clip is from a series that I often use in kids' church. So there's a whole title sequence song that's part of the series, just to give you a heads up before we get into the actual video. So I'm gonna hand it over to David to play the video. Okay, so what I like about this clip is not only that it outlines a message that God gave to Jeremiah about the potter and the clay, but it actually talks about the role of the clay in this story, in this analogy, and what our role is as God continues to mold us and shape us. So on the next slide, I've got pictures of different tools that potters use. These are actual potter's tools, and these tools are used to cut and press and shape and mold and score the clay into what the potter desires, or what the potter is designing. So I don't know if any of you have worked with pottery clay, but unlike the Play-Doh, which is nice, soft and squishy and easy to work with, clay can be rather hard and dense, and it takes a lot of work for it to change, for it to become malleable. I mean, unlike some of us, I would imagine. God works on us and in us to help us become the person that he's created us to be. Like the potter, he has to mold us and shape us. And he does that using our different life events, our different experiences, but also by placing people around us. I have learned many things from my teachers and leaders, but also from my friends and family. Some who were in my life for just a short amount of time, and some who I am still close with today. So it's not always intentional teaching, like someone's giving me a lesson. It is sometimes by just the people that I'm spending time with. I am taught and shown and shaped to become who God has created me to become. In Proverbs 27:17, it says, "As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend." Or in other translation, one man sharpens another. This is why it's important for us to continue to connect and share with one another, with our church family, to pray with each other, and to continue to explore with each other how God is using us and how God is showing up in our lives. It's important because we are all made for a purpose. Just like the potter molds and shapes the clay for a purpose. And can I just point out that this molding and shaping, all this molding and shaping that happens before the piece of clay is then put in the kiln to be fired. But that's a tangent that I can explore with you all another time, what it means to go through fires of life. But so the potter takes a rather nondescript lump of clay and can turn it into all manner of things. It can turn it into a pot, into a plate, into a bowl, a candlestick, a cup. All these things, they are made out of the same stuff, but they can all look vastly different as the potter works and creates from it. So what do you think would happen if the clay decided, nope, I don't want to be a vase, I want to be a plate instead? It obviously wouldn't hold and display a bouquet of flowers as nicely. It wouldn't be fulfilling the creator's design and purpose. And I want to be clear that a cup is no more important than a plate or a bowl. They are just designed for different purposes. Just like one person is no more important or significant than another, we just all have different purposes. I know that we as humans like to create levels of importance in society and in organizations. And I do find it amazing how we often rank a person's worth based on the job they're employed to perform or how much money they make. But that's not how God sees it. For him, the one he created to preach and lead is no more important or significant than the person he created to be a stay-at-home parent or to be a council worker or to be a student. If anything, this pandemic has highlighted is that the grocery worker and delivery drivers is just as essential to our society as doctors and nurses. They just have different roles, different jobs. Isaiah 64:8 says, "And yet, O Lord, you are our Father. We are the clay and you are the potter. We are all formed by your hand." So if we continue to push back against how God is shaping us by allowing ourselves to become stubborn, hard, and inflexible to his leading and to his shaping, we are stopping ourselves from fulfilling the purpose that he has created us for. And let's be real, the process of shaping and molding, it can be uncomfortable or even painful as we grow and change and submit to his will and his teachings. But when we step into the purposes that God has created us for, it's ultimately where we can find true joy, true peace, and where people can see God at work in us. So we're going to go into our response time. So during our response time, I've got a few questions for us to reflect upon. Feel free, if you wish, to send through your responses either to us via email or as a text message to the number that'll be on the screen, or you can just write a message to Northern Community in the chat, and that you can write a private message to us, and we will receive that. But the questions for this morning I have is for you to think about is for what purpose is God shaping and molding you? And that shaping and molding, it continues. It doesn't stop as we grow up and as we become adults or anything. In what area of your life are you being resistant to God's shaping? Or how is God using you to shape others? So we're going to have a few moments. We're going to have some background music while we think and reflect and maybe still create with our Play-Doh. So thanks, David.